Hi, this is Tanya, and I am your alchemy coach, and I am here with you today to talk about psychic attack. This, I feel, is a very timely message because as I and all of us are understanding more and more, we live in a world of energy, and we are energetic beings. And so, what we are discovering is that the energies around us are affecting us. I also follow a lot of feng shui, and so I very much follow, what the energies are of my home and the different areas of my home are creating and bringing to me. But on so many different levels, we are feeling and knowing that we are energy and that energy affects us, right? And so what we are also sensing is that other people can be thinking or feeling a certain way about us. And of course, there's a lot of us that we have these intuitive hits. We'll just sometimes know when somebody's thinking about us, and we'll, text them and they'll say, "Oh my gosh, I was just thinking about you," or vice versa, right? And so that's a really fun thing that we are, many of us are doing. And I feel that we are also, most of us, becoming more psychic and intuitive. We all are born with those innate gifts, by the way, and some of us are just more developed, and some of us in our childhood we cut those gifts off. And so there's a difference with each of us and how this is presenting. But the important thing to know is that we all can feel this energy, and we can feel thought forms. And what I want to share is, my definition of psychic attack. And so, of course, take whatever resonates with my videos for you. And I believe that a psychic attack is when somebody is sending an energy thought form to us. And, there's an emotion that is implicated in this, right? Because if somebody's thinking about us and um, they're thinking something that's usually negative, I would say, or there's usually an energy such as anger, frustration, um, something that could be bothering them. The underlying emotion, of course, is often grief. But often we feel people um, a psychic attack when somebody's angry with us. So it's this thought form plus the emotion. And yeah, we can feel this in our body. We may not always know. We can feel it in our mind and our soul, maybe, perhaps. But most of us have some sort of a sense that this is something that is happening. We don't always know who is thinking about us or what exactly they're thinking, but we can feel when somebody else is sending us a specific vibration, especially when it's a lower vibration. If they're hating us, if they're experiencing some ill and negative thought forms about us. And so this is something that we as a species need to become aware of, because we all are doing this, and I catch myself doing it. I'm not proud of it. I don't want to send other people mean thoughts. Unfortunately, we often do this to people that we love, and it's because we feel hurt. We can feel wounded. We could feel, abandoned, neglected, mistreated. Oftentimes, what really happens is that what I find most of the time is two different things that happen: that we either have an expectation of somebody and how we think they should behave, and they don't behave in the way that we would like them to. And then that is what sends us into, the psychic attack towards them, thinking, perhaps you wanted that person to call you back or connect with you, and they didn't make the effort and left you hanging. And that could really, again, it could strike a deep wound within you. And it's right for you to feel upset, because when we are feeling that wound, it's very uncomfortable. But however, we want to make sure that we are working on our wounds and healing them. As your alchemy coach, that is something that I do to help people, is to help people look at their shadows and to heal those underlying wounds. And so um, yeah, anyway, I want to make sure that people understand that the other way that we often do this is through projections. And, with the projection, we might, for example, be jealous of somebody else that they're going on a vacation. Perhaps they're going on this amazing vacation to Hawaii, and we've always wanted to go to, a beautiful warm place, and maybe we've never had the opportunity. Maybe we don't typically get vacations, or we don't have the money to go anywhere or go very far if we do. So we could be feeling, hurt, overworked, and we could have this underlying resentment. And instead of us owning and realizing that, oh, I have this innate grief, which I have every right to feel, and that I need to feel and work through and heal. And as we, you know, if we can recognize that, we can heal that. But instead, what often happens is people go out into the world and we become jealous of somebody else that is having the experience and the thing that we desire and that we need, and that we aren't able to create at this moment for whatever reason. We may have, these limiting thoughts, these limiting beliefs. A lot of different things could be interplaying. Oftentimes these are ancestral energies that are stuck in our body. I do energy clearings to help people with this. But so with this projection that we may have onto somebody else, is we're displacing our anger, our frustration, our resentment. In this case of the example with the person wanting to go on this vacation, they're feeling resentful. And instead of them recognizing that grief within themselves, they may resent somebody else that they see in this outer world that is having and experiencing something that they so desperately need and want. And they have every right to have that need and want. They just don't want to be putting that on somebody else. And it's not fair to be sending somebody negative and mean and hateful energy because they're experiencing something that we don't get. This is one example. Obviously, there's a lot of other things that we do where we send people psychic attacks. And again, it's often based on, a need that isn't met for us. And so it could also be that somebody else has a different value than we have, and we don't understand, recognize that their values are different, and that's okay. But yeah, this is something that we all need to be becoming aware of. It's an important time. I teach people conscious communication. We are understanding more and more how important it is, that our words can be love, or our words can be weapons, and we want to choose. And these words with love and care and tenderness and compassion, we want to be able to figure out a way to speak to people in a way that can reach them. And so at the same time, you know while this isn't about having these words with somebody else, this is about our thoughts and these emotions and thought forms that we're sending to other people and that they are feeling. And we need to be just as intentional, because as we are moving into the age of Aquarius, we are going to be sensing these things even more. And most of us, especially those of us that are very sensitive or empathic, we are already have been feeling all of this. And I can definitely say that I've been in situations where people have, there's been a group of people that were upset with me about something that I didn't feel that I had done anything wrong, but for some reason that was a perception. And I, was under psychic attack by many people all at once, and it felt really terrible. I mean, anytime that you've experienced this, even by just one other person, you can experience a headache, a stomach ache. You can just feel, some people feel an energetic hit in the gut, like in your solar plexus area. That's happened to me before when somebody has, more often sent me like a text, which is again their words, but there's that energy behind the words. And so even without a text, they could be sending you these negative thought forms. And this is psychic attack. I hope that this information is helpful, because what we really want to do is just become aware of how we are doing this. And hopefully through this, we can, come to a point where we recognize, oh, I'm starting to do that. I'm starting to think negatively about somebody else. I'm actually upset about this. And when we have that awareness, we can stop the pattern. And that's all the best that we can ask for ourselves, because we are human. We are going to continue to at times get upset and frustrated with other people and want to turn our issues and our anger onto other people through projections and because of our expectations. But we just can't keep doing that, because we want to keep the friendships and the love that we have in our life. And sometimes we have to let people go, but in the end, we need to always try to be and seek to be that better person. I hope that this message has helped you. I would love to hear more about your experience with psychic attack, and if this resonates for you, I want to hear anything you have to say. If you have anything you'd like to elaborate on, please share in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'm so grateful for you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will be talking with you soon. Now, you may be wondering how you can protect or heal from psychic attack. I'm going to be talking about this more in the near future. And I also have a free gift for you. It is my grounding and protection meditation. So go ahead and click on that link below to get your free gift. This is going to be a tool that you can use every day, and especially if you know that you're going to be going into any challenging conversations or situations. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy this, and I do wish to talk further with you on this subject. Until next time.